Robert Hisee here, back with Jamie O'Hara for episode 5, and today we're going to be speaking about the reticular activating system, known as the RAS system. This is a group of neurons at the bottom of the brain opposite the pituitary gland that works as a filtering system. So it goes in alignment with the oldest proverb of all time: what you think about, you become. You're going to find that in every religion, in every Bible. You're going to find it in the deep sea scrolls. You're going to find that on the pyramid walls. Yeah, and this is a proof of this. You may have heard of law of attraction, but this is the science behind it now. It was only discovered 6 years ago, and actually the RAS system proves, I believe, 80% of what psychotherapy and CBT are teaching you to be more harmful than good. Now, only in the areas of curing, yeah? So not in analysing. So for instance, the RAS system is, let's put into a metaphor. For anyone out there who's had babies before, yeah? Or you got kids, when you had your first child, everyone's attention in your family would have turned into focusing on kids, because your mum would be thinking, I'm having my first grandchild, your sister's going to become an auntie, and everyone's attention starts noticing kids everywhere, pregnant women. Your mum will go down a shop, I bumped into the Julie today, of her aunts, sisters, twins, nephews, uncles had triplets or something. It must be saying, get in the water. Everywhere you go, people are getting pregnant, talking about babies. You see prams everywhere. Now, that was the same as me, but my oldest boy is 21 now, and I don't see kids no more. I don't see prams no more. I was talking to a pregnant woman the other day for about 15 minutes, and I went, oh, you're pregnant, and she went, you taking the piss? Because she was like, yeah, but I just deleted it. Because your brain, your conscious mind has to delete, distort, and generalise information. So, while you're looking at me now, if your brain was to focus on every single piece of information, every little movement on that, every hair strand on my head, every mark on my face, every line on Jamie's jacket or whatever, that bad watch. Yeah, you have to take all this information and simultaneously, your brain will melt down, so it has to distort, delete and generalise. You can run 7 pieces of data a second, the unconscious runs 10 billion pieces of data a second. So it separates it into generalising. My brain's gone dead here around me, it can't bear back. Generalising, distorting and deleting information. So, when you focus on illness, yeah, your RAS system will only create more illness for you. It thinks that's what you want. It doesn't understand what you want or what you don't want. It just knows where you put your filter. So, if people going throughout the day saying, I have anxiety, and people keep saying that to themselves and talking about it with their friends about anxiety, your RAS system goes, okay then, let's go and prove to you you have anxiety. And it will start to show you visual proof. So you'll get this sort of loop going on. So first of all, you will say it, yeah? You will say, I have anxiety. Then it will show you a visual proof, and that will then create what will be for belief, okay? So when your belief system rises that you now have anxiety, you're more likely, guess what? To say it again. So guess what? It shows you more visual proof, creating more belief, and it ends up in this loop, and it becomes a hardwired system of belief, and then your anxiety is a part of who you are, because seeing is believing, and this is the proof behind it. Seeing, saying, whatever you keep saying to yourself, it will start showing generate that information. So people say, I want to lose weight. I can't stop eating. I can't stop eating. They'll sit at a bag of crisps and it's showing visual proof. I don't even want these, I don't know what I'm eating them for. And you're shoving a bag of crisps in your mouth, saying I don't even want them, I'm not even hungry, and you're still shoving them in your mouth because you keep saying to yourself, I can't stop eating. I want to lose weight. So it keeps showing you the visual proof. People that want to lose weight keep saying I want to lose weight, get bigger. People with anxiety keep saying I have anxiety, get more anxiety. People that say I'm always late, guess what? Figure it out yourself. This is how it works. You've got to change the song that you sing to yourself, change the words that you say to yourself. So you have to. So it isn't about belief, because what studies are proven with the RAS system is you don't have to believe in it. You just got to keep doing it. Like Muhammad Ali used to say, I am the greatest, I am the greatest, I am the greatest, and then he believed it, because in the end the body started making him run an extra 9 miles more than any other boxer a week. He started skipping for an extra 2 hours than any other boxer a week. They said to Muhammad Ali, how many push-ups do you do, sit-ups do you do a day? He said, I don't know, I don't start counting until it hurts. You know, you have to create yourself and tell yourself you are. So if you want to lose weight, and you're a size 18, if you're a lady, you keep saying I'm a size 12, I'm a size 12, I'm a size 12. If you want to do it through auditory, you've got to keep saying that you're something you're not. People go, you're crazy, you ain't. But this is what Albert Einstein used to say. He had a saying that not a lot of people use, is that stupid people think there's a fine line between genius and madness. Stupid people think that, because geniuses always predict the future. They tell you what they're going to do, like Conor McGregor. Everyone will go, oh, he's off his head. He's a nutcase, you'll either love him or hate him. But he's a genius at what he does. He's in the elite category. And if you listen to Conor McGregor, what does he talk about? Visualising. So you can program your RAS system through saying, but believe me, it's 20 times stronger if you're visualising. But also, as a two-step process, if you want the best from visualising, every time you close your eyes and you visualise your goal, the body you want, the relationship you want, the house, you know, it could be a spiritual thing, whatever you're visualising, when you see it inside your mind, say what you're seeing to yourself inside your head, like, yeah, I look good there. Do you know what? I'm running along that beach and I feel, how do I feel? I feel amazing, I feel confident, I feel sharp. I don't know if you, Joe, have ever, you know, a situation like buying a car or anything you can relate to?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's something we worked on it. I mean, there was times when I was looking back at myself and the way my performances and that, and you know, becoming a Premier League footballer, I knew nothing about this reticular activating system, knew nothing about it. But naturally, it was already there, and I had that process of working it, and it was working, it was always in motion, because I had this. I always used to say I'm going to be a Premier League footballer. I used to visualise it, and then I believed it, and all of a sudden, over years and years and years of doing it, not even realising I was doing it, I become a Premier League football player.
And I got to the end. You used to say to people, you know, I'm not going to become a Premier League player. I just know it.
Yeah.
So the body was in control. The body now has been programmed to be stronger than the mind. He feels like a Premiership player before he even was. Yeah. Because he wouldn't have said it. You can't say what you don't believe.
It's funny because people say to me, and you know, Rob asked me that, and people say, oh, it must have been so hard to become a Premier League footballer. It must have been so, and I always, no, it weren't, because I believed in it and I visualised it and I knew I was going to do it. And that belief and that visualisation that I had, now obviously, look, talent helps and that takes you a long way, but that belief and that visualisation gave me the end goal and the visualisation of that end goal of being a Premier League football player, and that's what I've become. And I didn't even know even this existed.
Yeah, I mean, it was only discovered 6 years ago. I mean, we've always had one, but we didn't know what it was till 6 years ago in the science side of it. But I worked with a footballer called Frank McClintock, who used to managed Arsenal. I think he'd done a bit of John Dockett and Millwall back in the 80s and stuff. And he told me a story. I went to him, Frank, do you ever use any visualisations? And he looked at me, and he was 72 years old at the time. He looked at me, squinted in his eyes, he's a Scottish fellow, and he went, you're the second person in my whole career that's asked me that. How crazy is that, the second person? And he said, when I was a little boy, my mum used to tuck me in at night. I was about 8 years old, 7 years old. She'd read me a story. And as she walked out of the room, I'd turn on my side and I'd visualise playing football with my mates, like crossing a corner in or tackling my mates and nutmegging them or whatever. And he said, I used to do that every night. Mum would come in, she'd read me a story, she'd walk out, I'd turn over, and I'd be playing football in my head. He went, that become an habit, something I'd done unconsciously every single night I went to sleep. He went, all through my amateur career, all through my professional career, and even to years after I retired. And he even told me a funny story. He said, when his wife first moved in with him, that he was laying in bed and he felt, oh, she's giving him a clump. He went, what are you doing? And before he could say it again, she clumped him again. He went, what are you doing? What are you killing me for? And thinking, what have I done? What have I done? And she went, you just kicked me, you bastard. So as he was falling asleep playing football, when he visualised it so much, he'd kick her. And she came in the room, she was a lovely lady, and she explained that the next day she went and bought 2 pillars. And had to sleep with these pillars between the legs because he'd end up booting her all the time. And, you know, but he said to me, this was a bit I wanted to get to, that Frank said, I had every game I ever played, I had what I call my deja vu moment. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I visualised football so much playing football that, and this is proven by the way, that visualising football can create the skills. It does actually create skills, it's proven. Google the RAS system. Anyway, he said, I've been visualising football all the time. And he said, on the pitch, he went, I'd jump up in the air, I'd nut a ball, and I'd see it going towards the goal. And as I come down to the ground, before I hit the floor, I'm thinking, was that me? He said, I wouldn't even know if it was me, because my body reacted so fast, I didn't even know if it was me that nutted the ball or not. He said, I hit a ball on a volley, my foot would be in the air, and for a split second, did I just do that? And I'd see this beautiful ball going across. Because he visualised it so much, the body reacted quicker than what he could. It's like boxers, the great boxers like Floyd Mayweather. He ain't got time to think off for them 5 or 6 shots coming. He's programmed that through his RAS system. Now the body's become stronger than the mind. The body's reacting quicker. You know, that little fraction of a second, and this is what it's been proved to do, the RAS system. Just that little fraction of a second makes the whole difference between a world champion or a British champion. So, you know, this is the science behind visualizations. self-belief, positive self-talk, you know. But you've got to apply it. It ain't gonna come to you. You know, you have to do it. And how hard is that, to sit there and visualize yourself being better than what you are, having more things than what you could ever dream of, you know? What is hard about that? So I think that's a wrap for this one. So we're gonna see you next time, mate. We've got episode
6 is coming up.
And 6 and 7 coming up. So keep your eyes open, peeled, and we look forward to seeing you soon.